Hello, everybody. Welcome to Good Stuff. What are we on? Well, this is 104. So, I'm gonna dive right into something real quick, and then I'll come back. I recorded our last trip to Dunkin Donuts. I know that I know that you're gonna know that if you listen to the show, I bitch about Dunkin Donuts a lot. Well, we went to Dunkins, put in our simple ass order, and well, here you go. Take a listen, see what happens.
On it, because you're like, well, we're all out of gin, so I don't get it.
Sorry about that.
Thank you. No, we have one. Thanks. What that is now. Frustrated. Still looks like milk. This is so horseshit. Still not mixed. Still looks like milk.
Looks like a half and half, like a black and tan.
You have one of those napkins? So I don't see the seeds of coffee.
What is it?
It tastes like coffee milk.
Coffee milk?
Yeah. Fucking Dunkin Donuts. Ah! Jesus.
I just don't understand, how difficult it is. Memorize fucking ingredients. Just memorize some fucking ingredients.
Hot coffee, iced latte, hot latte, iced tea. What else? Coladas are pretty self-explanatory, I would think.
Because I got the sweet.
You got the swirl and you're just dealing with it?
Yeah.
You're not gonna just dump it? Ay, 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 ay.
Just so defeated by Florida Dunkin Donuts.
Yeah, but we're gonna get home and sing the same bullshit.
You should write a Yelp review.
It's not gonna matter. Unless I go to Starbucks.
You're gonna go to Starbucks?
That's all people say.
Go to the Bucks?
Are you sure my lights are on?
So yeah, the story behind that clip. We pull into the Dunkins, not the regular one we usually go to, which is why we're optimistic. We pull into a Dunkins, and no line, no nothing. So we were like, all right, maybe we'll finally get some solid service here. We didn't have to wait very long. She orders her usual. It's like a latte or something. I don't know. I don't know what her order is memorized. She changes it, I don't know, every other year. But her most recent usual, that's what she ordered. And she orders mine. Like I said, man, I get medium French vanilla iced coffee, extra, was what I ordered my entire high school career. That was a 5-year career, folks. I liked it so much I stayed an extra year. But the coffees were perfect. Now, I don't know if this is a New Hampshire thing or not, but Kayla seems to have it in her head that ever since they added this sweeter version of it, and I still don't understand it, because she's telling me that they put this squirt of French vanilla in the coffee. And I thought that was the sweetener squirt. I don't want that. But now she's telling me that that's the French vanilla flavoring they put in, black coffee, which I don't get. I thought French vanilla coffee was like French vanilla coffee. Now, she might be wrong. I wouldn't put it past her. But whatever. She's under the impression that I need to ask for it, medium French vanilla, unsweetened, extra. And whenever I've done that, it's like I'm throwing out some intricate geometrical equation that these fuckers cannot understand. I'm just asking for a fucking French vanilla coffee. I wish I could just be like, hey, how long have you been with Dunkin Donuts? Because about, I don't know, 8 to 10 years ago, I was ordering this, and there wasn't any problems. So anyways, I ordered it, and it came out with all the gross sweet shit in it. It just tastes like a fucking bucket full of cream, man. You know, it just tastes like straight cream and sugar. And I normally like that stuff, but not recently. I don't know what happens if I grew up or something and my taste buds changed or what, but I can't just have like a cup full of sugar and cream. I can't do that. I need some actual substance in there, some coffee. You know, I can't just have the ketchup without the hot dog. I need something in there. And so anyways, we're waiting, and then finally the lady comes and hands her. I mean, this thing it looked like they just poured milk into a cup. And I'm like, God, they fucked my coffee up. She goes, no, I think that's mine. And I'm like, that's what it's supposed to be? She's like, no. Oh my God. Like, how do you screw this up? She asked for like a latte or something. But at the beginning of the clip, you hear gin and no soda or something, because she's like, this is literally the equivalent of going to a bar and having them advertise a gin and tonic and not having gin. Like, that's what it literally seems like. That's every experience for us. Every time we go to Dunkin' Donuts, it's like they got one thing without the other, or they just keep fucking the order up. So I don't know if... I just got a notification on my phone. A flood warning has been issued. Sweet. It's fucking pouring out. But anyways, yeah, I just don't understand. It's like they literally either don't have one of the ingredients every time I go. There was one time I went where it literally, oh my God, what was it? I don't know. I think they were just all out of French vanilla. How? That's like one of your most popular coffees, dude. Like, that shit just drives me nuts. It's just like every single time. And everyone's like, well, fucking stop going. Well, dude, I mean, what do you want me to do? I'm not going to just go to Starbucks and pay for overpriced coffee. You know what I mean? Like, everybody seems to be talking about the bucks. That's why Kayla mentioned it. But it's like, I don't want to go and pay for overpriced coffee. You know, if I wanted to do that, I would just buy it and make it at home, you know? So I just don't. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't want to go to Starbucks. I just want my Dunkin' fucking Donuts coffee made the right motherfucking way. So, I don't know, man. Just make it happen, DD. All right? Get your shit together. But, yeah, so that was my Dunkin' Donuts rant for the day. As always, good stuff, sponsored by Powerade. Woo! Powerade keeps me going. Replenish your body with those electrolytes that you lose. Especially for me when I'm just gabbing. I lose a lot of electrolytes. But, anyways. Moving on. How about to moving? And how much moving fucking sucks. I've been a part of multiple big moves. We've moved from, I moved out of the house as soon as I could because I fucking couldn't stand living with my father. And, when you grow up and you're living with a drill sergeant, it becomes a little ridiculous. You can never do anything you want to do, so you want out as soon as you can get out. Now, technically, as soon as you can get out is 18, and I was not ready at 18, so I was out of there at like 19 with my girlfriend at the time. Excuse me. We were out of there, and we found a place like, I don't know, down the road or something, and lived there for like a year. And then after that, we moved to another apartment, for another year that was local. And we did that for, I don't know, we kept hopping around. it's almost like we never renewed a lease. We were at 4 different places for the 4 years that we were together. Broke up with that chick. Then I ended up, taking some time, moving on. And then I've been with Kayla ever since. And that's, God, I don't know, like 6, 7 years ago is when Kayla and I met. And we lived in a few apartments. We lived in one apartment in Manchester. We lived in an apartment, 2 in Manchester. One was on the north end, one was in the city. When I say Manchester, I say New Hampshire. If you're not from or around or even know what the hell that is, I don't know, just think of a city nearby you. It's pretty generic, not crazy with crime, but there is some crime. It's just your generic city. So anyways, we lived a couple different places in the city, and then after that, we moved on and got a condo closer to her family, who lived in the burbs. I mean, sticks. Yeah, like I'm talking 20-minute drive to the nearest grocery store, sticks, and that sucked. We lived there for about a couple years, and then that's when we took the opportunity to Florida. So that's when we left New England and we moved all the way to Florida. Now, every single move to this point had been minimal. I mean, I'm talking like, a move that you get done in one day if you got a solid crew of friends, or if, you're just motivated as fuck. And I'm usually motivated as fuck when it comes to moving, because even though we've moved a lot and I've moved a lot, I'm not like that. I like to be settled. I hate constantly having to move and constantly boxing shit up and putting it away and packing it and putting it away and packing it and putting it away. I just like to be situated. And, we're just constantly moving, and I couldn't stand it. So I was like, all right, if we're moving to Florida, like, this better be the real deal here. Because I was just, like I said, I was sick of moving, and this is going to be a big-ass fucking move. This is not like a little move. Like, that's why I was saying I wanted to talk about moving on the show, because it's like, this is, like, moving's a bitch. And that's like town to town. Now let's talk cross-country. And let's talk cross-country with a kid. And let's talk cross-country with a dog. We got 2 dogs now, but we got a dog down here to add to the family. So we didn't come down with 2, but we're moving back with 2. So now we got... So anyways, let's talk about the move itself. The move itself was a fucking nightmare of a drive. From New Hampshire to Florida, where we were in Florida, it was a 21-hour drive. Now, I have for a lack of a better word, pothead friend of mine who made the drive in one fucking shot. Now, do I believe this person? Not really the type of person that would lie to me. But do I think that maybe the marijuana or the whatever, the dope of choice was enough to mellow this person out to just sit still as a vegetable for a drive? I guess, but at the same time, I mean, you're driving, you're on the highway, in and out, weather, whatever, and you gotta be aware. So maybe it mellowed him out enough just to make the drive, but I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know if I'm just not cut out for that shit or what. But man, it was a nightmare, and that he made it in one shot. So he told me he made it in one shot. He said it was like 17 hours. He drove by himself. Now I'm thinking, all right, I'm a competitive dude, and I'm like, all right, I can do that too. Yeah, right. We made it from New Hampshire to, I believe, where did we make it? It was either one of the Carolinas or Georgia. Whatever. If you look at the map, whatever comes first, whatever's closest from New Hampshire to Florida, we had to stop. We couldn't do it anymore. It was a fucking nightmare, and the drive was just too much. Yeah, and we had to stop. We couldn't. We found a hotel. Part of that was we hadn't seen each other for so long, so we had to take separate cars. What happened was I came down here, secured a place for us to live, in or around where she was going to be taking her new job. And then once I found us a place to live, I, called back to her, let her know, and then it was like, all right, let's get this move going. So I had to take a flight back from Florida to New Hampshire, and literally got off the plane, got into my truck, and then she followed me as we drove to Florida. So I had been without her for like 30 days. So when we finally, when I finally got back, we made it, I don't know, like, I want to say 10 hours. We drove about 10. I really don't think it was more than that. I don't think it was less. We got a big chunk out of it, and then we wanted to just, basically just park for the night, get a hotel room, and then, do what we were going to do. We haven't seen each other for a while, enjoy each other's company, and then get some rest and get back on the road the next day. So we did that, and the problem was we got on the road the next day. I don't know what we did. I don't know if we stopped at night and slept or stopped during the day and then slept and then started back up at night. I don't know what the logic was, but there was some logic. So we did something for some reason, but I can't tell you what it was because I don't remember. But we got back on the road, and I know we just ended up making it like 2 hours, and then we just hit fucking traffic. Like, bumper to bumper traffic. I don't know what was going on. I do know it was in Georgia, I believe, because I remember keep seeing Georgia signs everywhere. But yeah, that was just what a shit show that was. And God, it sucked. We were just sitting in standstill traffic and listening to music and knowing that we still had a shit ton of driving left to do. And yeah, not fun. It wasn't fun at all. And that's just that's what the trip was. We just sat there, and finally, traffic slowed a little bit, picked back up, slowed a little bit, picked back up, and eventually we got moving. And I just remember we had to stop a second time, got a room, got some sleep, got back in, and then we finally made it. So it took us almost 3 days. So, I mean, we failed miserably compared to my buddy that in one shot drove 16 hours. He's a trooper. But I don't know, I couldn't do it. So anyways, knowing that that's the trip, knowing that that is what I had to deal with the first time around, I was not thrilled about doing this trip again. But we got a convoy of people coming in to help us out. We got a lot of her family. Her dad's coming in and driving the moving truck, and then her sister's gonna be down here. So should be a doable experience to get moved back up north, and we're gonna get situated. We got a house. Gonna be able to set up an office, keep doing the show. Hopefully start really, really moving and expanding on overtime.news. That's what the goal is. The goal is to grow that site into, a household name. And yeah, man, I mean, just get back home, get back around family. As sad as it is, some people might not understand it, but I miss the snow. I miss the cold. When you're out in Florida and it's hot, hot, hot all the time, and all you're doing is sweating, you start to miss the chill a little bit. And I'm sure maybe when I get back and it's 40, not even like maybe 20 degrees, I'm going to be like, man, I miss the heat. But, I tell people it's always grass is greener. The grass is always greener on the other side. It's always what you always think about the good times and never the bad times. It's just like when you break up a chick with a chick, and then you think back and you're like, man, I really miss this person, but you don't remember all the shit that forced you to the breakup. You just think about all the good times and why you missed the person. It's like I'll leave Florida and I'll be like, man, I miss all this, the resorts, the pools, the da-da-da-da-da, but I won't remember sweating my fucking ass off on my motorcycle at an intersection for 5 minutes, like dripping. Like, that sucks. To me, that's too much. That's too much fucking heat. And I can't do it anymore. You know, I want fall. I want to relax. I don't want 100 degrees every fucking day in the summer. Like, at least back home in New Hampshire, it's like 80s, you know, and that was hot. I was dying. But, man, this is a different level of fucking hot out here, man. Holy shit. And I can only imagine what it would be like if we live in Central Florida. You know, if we lived on, like, the coast, that'd be trouble, man. That would be some big-time trouble. So, yeah, I just moving. It sucks, but usually it means you're going and you're branching on to another part of your life, right? It's like another. I always think of my life as like one of those web charts that you see in English class when they teach you when you're writing a story or something. You put that one circle in the middle, and then you branch off. You put some lines. And then at the end of each line, there's another circle, and then there's lines, and then there's another circle and lines. I think of a move as a new circle, and then a new set of branches. And then you move, and there's a new circle and a new set of branches. So, you know, we're going to go back, and it's time to not necessarily start over again, but to kind of move on to the next bubble and the next set of branches in our lives. You know, my daughter's going to be 4. We got 2 dogs. I'm trying to build this thing, trying to get this thing going. You know, my wife's kicking ass in the nursing game. So it's you know, get a house. It's time to really fucking move forward with life and figure out why the fuck we're all here and enjoy our time together. So, yeah, there's, you know, whatever. That's moving. Moving on. God, with all this moving, I've been on my share of planes. You know, I've been on my share of flights, flying, and I've seen a lot of fucked up shit. I've seen a lot of shit at airports. Some that I don't understand, some that I do, and some that just annoys me. Let's start with the I don't understand, right? The percentages of getting in plane crashes versus car crashes are overwhelmingly in favor of planes, meaning the plane will get you there safer than the car. My problem with this theory, you know, like, oh, there's less plane crashes than car accidents. Well, it's like, well, dude, come on. You can't, you know, to me that stat seems a little fucked up. And the reason I say that is, think of it like this. What's the age of a new driver in a car as opposed to the age of a new pilot, right? You know, like, that's one thing to look at. Like, we're just handing cars out to any 16-year-old kid that can pass fucking driver's ed. Like, I'm not saying driver's ed when you're 16 is super easy. It's intimidating. You've never, you know, this large piece of metal that has all this power and can move so fast you're not used to. So I understand that it's intimidating and kids, you know, it's not easy. But, yeah, come on, man. I mean, I passed driver's ed, and I'm not the biggest studier in the world. It wasn't that difficult. So you take your test, you get your license, and you're young. You're a baby. You got a car. You have an automobile. You can kill someone now. You know, you can drive over someone, drive someone off the road, do whatever. I mean, there's a lot of fatal things you can do in an automobile. But think about the pilot. You're going to tell me, has there ever been a 16-year-old pilot? No, man. I mean, the pilots are old guys. Well, no insult to the pilots listening, but I'm just saying, like, usually every pilot I've seen is well in his 40s, right? I've never seen a 30-year-old pilot, and that's still way older than a 16-year-old. So these guys are pretty legit. They know what they're doing. They've been flying for a long, long time. So it just makes me think about that whole stat, you know, oh, well, the percentages of getting in a plane crash as opposed to a car crash are overwhelmingly in favor of the planes. You should be traveling in planes as much. It's like, well, dude, come on, all right? The problem the real problem I have with that is being the control freak that I am. If the plane's going down, well, what the fuck do I have? Like, what am I going to do? to help myself out of that situation. I gotta go down with the ship. Like, I'm screwed. I gotta pray to God we're going into a body of water, I survive the impact, and there's no fucking alligators or crocodiles waiting for me as I swim out of the plane. You know what I mean? It's like, that doesn't always happen. So my problem is if you get into a plane crash, even though the odds are against it and they're rare, you are done. There are very few people that get into a plane crash that survive it. Think about all the people that survive car crashes. I mean, come on. There's just two different levels of danger. You're thousands of feet in the air as opposed to just being on the ground and either getting rear-ended, flipped over, you know what I mean, like spearheaded, T-boned. Like, there's all kinds of different things that can happen to you in a car. I understand that, especially if you're going at high speeds. But I'm sorry, man. I don't understand that whole comfort thing. Like, where people, they read that saying, the percentages of getting in a plane crash versus a car crash are overwhelmingly, like, in favor of the planes, meaning, like overwhelmingly, like, take the plane because it's safer. I don't know, man. I don't like that. I feel like it's more, that's more, I think that was, like, almost created by the plane company. Like, hey, everybody's afraid of fucking 9/11 and this, that, and the other. Well, check this out. The percentages are in our favor. If you're flying on a plane, you'll be less likely to get into an automobile accident. Well, really, dude, is that going to be because I can't bring the fucking car on the plane? Or is that going to be because I'm taking a flight once every 3 years? It's like, well, if I drove my car once every 3 years, I could probably avoid getting into a car accident at one time also, right? So, I mean, if you think about it, what's the movie? Hopefully you guys have seen this movie. It's an amazing movie, Up in the Air with George Clooney. He's up in the air. He's flying almost every day. If you're flying almost every day, what do you think the odds are of that dude getting into a plane crash? A lot more than the occasional plane user like myself that will only use it once or twice a year, maybe once every 2 years. So you're not playing the odds, friend. So I don't know, man. But let's move on to how about airports. What irritates the fuck out of me is just the characters you see at the airport. If you ever want to people watch, don't look out your window. Don't go to the mall. Go to a fucking airport and just sit at the McDonald's and look at the fucking slobs that are walking by. I mean, the people that you see at a airport, let alone like Orlando International Airport, I'm talking like the airport of Central Florida, the Big Daddy. That's what the airport I'm talking about. You see characters, man. You see them. Now, there are those like little airports nearby that they fly like once or twice a week that you can pay for a little cheaper, but the plane's like the little fucking plane from like 6 days, 7 nights. Like, you're just like, oh my fucking God. If there's even like a little gust of wind, are we going down? So, I'm not a fan of those airlines. Maybe if I'm like super hard up for cash and I absolutely need to take a flight somewhere, I'd consider them, but I'm going to stick with my Southwest and Delta Airlines. You know what? Here's a shout out to Delta, actually. I prefer Delta because you get to pick the fucking seats. You know, this no assigned seating bullshit, this equality movement bullshit that's affecting the airlines, fuck that. Fuck that. I want to be able to go online and pick aisle or window seat instead of just getting to the plane when I'm allowed to get to the plane, because apparently our society, all these classes, dude, they got first class, business class, coach, regular, preferred, boarding with a child, handicap. Like, why are you paying for first class when they let the people with the special needs on before you? Do you get that? That's a little bit of a ripoff, don't you think? So I just don't. What are you gonna do? You're gonna fake. Get your mother-in-law to sit in a wheelchair, be disabled, and then you get to go in before first class. I saw a lady as I was waiting to get on a plane for a promotional event we did out in Fargo with FantasySportsParadise.com, we were out there at Buff Bagwell with Scott Steiner, a bunch of the WCW guys, Flair, and I'm on a plane, and I'm waiting to get on a plane, and a little old lady who I watched come out of the bathroom and put a neck brace on, walks up to the desk, the little desk by the entrance to get on the plane. I don't know if you call that a terminal technically, or whatever. Anyways, she walks up to a little desk, the customer service desk, the people that help you, and she's like, what the hell? She goes, my neck's killing me. I need assistance with my bag. Oh, right away, ma'am. We'll send you on the plane first so you can have a couple minutes. It's like, fuck that! You let me know. I'll give her a hand when I've got my seat and she walks and needs some help. I'll help her. I'm a stand-up guy. Like, I'm not a douchebag. If an old lady walks on and she's having a hard time with her bag, I've helped the little old ladies pick their giant bags up and put them up in the overhead bin. Like, I don't have a problem doing that. I'm a decent human being. You don't need to let the fucking chick skip the entire fucking line because she's hustling you by putting a neck brace on. Are you kidding me? I can't stand that. Like, you clearly are hustling these people. I hurt my neck, and I can't pick things up, and I need some assistance. Oh, we'll send you on before fucking first class was paying $1,200 for their tickets. Like, come on, there's your tip for the day, folks. Bring a neck brace to the airport. But fuck, man. So anyways, I'm at the airport. This is before I get to the gate. I'm walking down the terminal, looking for the gate. I see a woman with a towel wrapped around her head. Okay? Now, no offense. They're towel head, right? I don't know what the fuck nationality she is, but she's not American, and her skin's a little bit darker, and she's got a towel around her head. I don't know what that is, if it's a religion, if it's a nationality thing. I don't know. I don't care. I'm not trying to offend anybody right now. But she's got the towel wrapped around her head, and what is she doing with it? She's using it as a substitute for Bluetooth. What do I mean by that? She's got her fucking cell phone stuffed in the edge of her towel, so her phone's sticking out of her towel, and she's just having a conversation. This is the same bitch that would flip out with society about how insensitive we are, with religions and beliefs. What fucking religion says to use a head accessory or towel that's so precious that you can never take it off as a poor man's Bluetooth? That's what she's doing. I saw this multiple times. Not the same lady. I saw it multiple times and not in the same location. I saw it recently at a grocery store. Like, this is literally supposed to be some sacred thing that means something so much to your religion or whatever it is, whatever it stands for, that you can't even take it off. You got kids wearing it in school. You got all these passes in society, all these passes in life. Everyone else has to remove their hat for certain things, and they're good. They're allowed to keep it on. Meanwhile, this bitch is using it as a fucking Bluetooth to hold her phone. I think that's fucked up. I think that's fucked up. Now, if you don't agree with me, I'm sorry, but I just think that that's an insult to whatever it is reason that she's wearing it to begin with. I mean, yeah, I'm going to leave it at that because I don't know. To me, that's too much. Moving on. Kids. I love kids, right? You love kids. I don't love kids. I fucking hate kids. I got a kid. I love my kid. Certain ages are perfect for tripping. That's all I was thinking of when I was at the airport, because you see all these little fucking snot-nosed punks running around, and me as the immature former snot-nosed punk, all I'm thinking about is how fucking great it would be to just stick my foot out and see one of them just go, dude! and just, and just that deflated, like, when they hit the ground. And you hear someone go, and all the air leaves their body. Yeah. Oh, I love it. So anyways, certain kids are perfect for tripping. Not like, oh, they're 4, they trip each other. No, like, she's 4 now. I can trip her when she's annoying me. Meaning my kid, she's 4 now. If I trip her, she's not going to, get hurt too bad. She'll trip, she'll fall, she'll be pissed, she'll cry. But I've gotten to the point in my life with my child where the only way I get any satisfaction after said child has annoyed me is by annoying said child. So if my kid's going off screaming like a little shithead, she just will not shut up, constantly loud, throwing shit, like just going on one of her just spazzes. The only way I feel any kind of satisfaction in any way is when I find a way to annoy her as much as she's annoyed me. I put a video up on Facebook a long ass time ago, and I was calling her Doofus, and her name is Isabella. Now, when I started thinking of different things you could do to make fun of her for it, Isa is easy. You know what I mean? Is a doofus, is a dipshit, is a moron. Like, you can do that with her name to anything, and kids are going to have a field day with it, Isabella. So it's, people, I'm just thinking ahead. I'm trying to prepare my kid for life. She's going to get, people are going to try to pick on her. She's got to be ready for it. She's got to either know sticks and stones, or she's got to go over and punch the kid in the face. Those are the 2 ways you handle it. There's one way that's a little bit more mature, sticks and stones, and then there's the other way where you just, all right, you're going to keep talking? Well, I'm going to pop you in the mouth until you stop. So I want my kid to be prepared. I want her to be tough. I want her to be mentally strong. So I'm giving her a taste of what she's going to get in 2 years. So she's going to be ready for it. And so I posted a video, and it was when she had, like, woken up. She was in a bad mood. She was grumpy, cranky. If you have kids, you know what I'm talking about. But there's this, like, when they're overtired and they get disturbed, I mean, they are miserable. It's like that squealing that doesn't stop. And I was like, is a doofus. And she's like, leave me alone! I don't love you! And that's her new thing. She says, I don't love you! Like, she thinks that she's gonna, like, upset me so much that I don't know what's gonna happen. Unicorns are gonna show up, and she gets to play with a new toy. I don't know what her end game is by saying I don't love you. I think she knows it'll annoy me, maybe. I really don't know. I don't know how she knows that would emotionally hurt me. But she says it. I don't love you! And I'm like, is a doofus. Stop it! And she's screaming. And I was getting a kick out of it. Because seeing her that upset finally put me at ease, knowing how upset she got me earlier. So I keep laying into her, and then she's finally, like, calming down, and I start pretending to sneeze. And I'm like, doofus! And she just, like, lost it. Completely lost it. So anyways, I put the video on Facebook. My cunt mother-in-law fucking sees it, flips her shit. That's child abuse. You should be your kid should be taken away from you, blah blah blah. And then she, like, tries to text me threatening shit from her husband's phone, like my wife's father is saying it, and I'm just like, I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm literally, you think I'm a child abuser because I'm calling my daughter a doofus? Or am I calling my daughter any bad names? No, I'm calling her a doofus. If she's got a problem with being called a doofus, she's got bigger problems. So anyways, I posted that video online. It got a cool reaction, but that's my point is, kids, she's starting to get into the perfect age where I can finally fuck with her, and, it's not the end of the world. You can't really mess with an infant, right, because you could hurt the infant. I could still hurt my kid, but it's going to take a lot more. So, kids right now, it's a perfect tripping age, because if she's running around and annoying me, I just stick my foot out, boom, she trips. And then I laugh and she laughs, she gets pissed, she comes and she punches me. I like that reaction. I'm down. So I just feel like the best landing I've ever seen from a trip is the scorpion land. I don't know if you guys know this land, when they land stomach first and their heels click the back of their heads. Like the entire body just drops like a cinder block, and then they usually lose control of their arms and end up looking dead. It's just, it's too much, man. I think it's hilarious. If I know that nothing bad is going to happen, more than her just getting a little hurt, it cracks me up. I just can't get enough of it. Oh, man. How about, what else we got? Showers? What the fuck's wrong with people? Talking about 5 minutes of your day times 2, which is acceptable in my eyes. Showers. I don't understand why people avoid showers. I think the amount of stinky people I've had to deal with in my life out in public, unbelievable. You all know this person. You've all dealt with it. This wave of fucking must comes over you. It smells like dried up tuna fish and like fucking, I don't even know, man. I don't even know, like horseradish. And you're just like, you get this wave and you almost want to get knocked on your ass. It's like, dude, take a fucking shower. Like, I know my pool. The pool has an outdoor shower. The pool. The public pool has an outdoor shower. My pool does too, but the public pool has one. There are ways for you to shower if you're poor, broke, homeless. I don't care. It's not acceptable. Go steal a bottle of shampoo from the store and hit the showers. It's 5 minutes of your day times 2. Yes, shower in the morning, shower at night. The people that shower once a day, you're kind of nasty too. I got a problem with you. I had to get my wife out of her once a day bullshit. She thought that was acceptable. I'm like, I don't think so. I shower a minimum of 2 times a day, plus the conditionals. What's a conditional? Sex. I like it before and after. It's a package. It's called the sex package. You shower before, so you're nice and clean, ready to go for your lady. And then you shower after, you get all the nasty shit off of you. I'm sorry. Just fucking do it. Nobody likes a smelly person. Before or after sex, it does not matter. Shower. Before you go out and during the day, shower. Before you go to bed, shower. It's not that difficult, people. Showers, they're a wonderful thing. Feels good. Hot water. Sometimes if it's a hot day, you spice it up, throw some cold water on. Cools you right off. Good shit. Good stuff. I'm telling you, people, learn to love the shower. Learn to love the shower. It's your best fucking friend. I had a smelly friend growing up. Smelly as fuck. It was disgusting. Disgusting. Go hang over his house, play video games. All you smell is dirty balls the entire fucking time. Dirty balls and dirty feet. It's like, dude, go fucking shower. I never heard the kid take a shower. Ever. That's not true. Every once in a while I heard him taking a shower. But for the most part, we would hang out, sleep. We'd have big sleepovers, video games, fucking drink Red Bull till you pass out, fucking video games some more. Then boom, we wake up and we'd be going somewhere. And I'm just like, how the fuck did this kid Did he shower? Did you fucking shower? I heard you cake on cologne, but did you shower? I don't get it, man. I'm sorry. I'm a big believer in blowjobs. I don't feel comfortable sending a girl down there deep sea diving if I have not properly cleaned the area. How in the fuck do you expect anybody to be in that area if you have not set up for a guest? Be a good host. You know what I mean? Be a good host. Jesus fucking Christ, people. It's not brain surgery. It's not rocket science here. This is common sense shit. Shower. Be fucking clean. Be that guy that walks in the room that's, oh, you smell good. Don't be the guy that walks in the room and you're like, dude, what the fuck? Hit the showers, bro. No, shower. It's not that difficult. Men are smelly fucking creatures. But ladies, you need to keep the nether regions nice and clean too, okay? Do not expect me to go down into that deep sea area if you have not been properly groomed and cleaned. I'm sorry. You got to get it done. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying before I met my wife that she was smelly, but I'm saying I prefer a freshly clean snatch before I go anywhere near that area. I want it nice and clean straight out the shower. Hit it with your loofah. Get it nice and smelly clean with your pretty girl smelly body wash, and now I'm down. I'm ready for my meal. But fucking hey, man, don't you dare come at me when you haven't showered. Fuck that, man. We just got in. We got in from playing tennis this afternoon. First thing I did, took a shower. It's 7 o'clock. I will take another shower before I go to bed. I'll go to bed. I'll wake up. What do you think I'm going to do? Shower. Go about my day. If I get too sweaty is when your shirt's wet. If your shirt is wet or the band on your shorts, boxers, whatever you wear, is damp, you are too sweaty. Take a fucking shower. Don't hit me with your body needs the oils and the nutrients and no. Don't hit me with that shit. Go fucking shower. It's simple. Oh, man. How about, I was thinking about this the other day. I grew up in the boy band era, in middle school, high school. NSYNC was huge. Backstreet Boys were big. These were, if you were like me and you wanted to be with girls, you studied the prey, right? And girls love boy bands. So I'm just like, well, if they love the boy bands, I gotta be like a boy band if I want the chicks to get me. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna get the bowl cut because fucking everybody loves Nick Carter and he's got it. So we got the bowl cut. Everybody had their hair like that. Oh, they like the blonde streaks. I'll get the blonde hair too. You know what I mean? I did all that in middle school, and that's why I did very well with the ladies. But my point is, boy bands were rocking it, man. The thing that cracks me up, though, is every once in a while the radio be playing. Every once in a while I get sick of the same old music that I bought, and I pop on FM, and a random, back in the day buffet is going on, and then all of a sudden, Backstreet Boys is playing. Or NSYNC. And I was cracking up because if you listen to some of the lyrics, especially Backstreet Boys, tons of sexual references that 5th graders are singing. Had no fucking clue what they're singing. It's like no wonder there's so many whores today. You got fucking, if you wanted to be good, girl, get yourself a bad boy. Like, this is the shit that you got 5th grade girls and 5th grade kids at a dance singing. If you wanted to be wild, then you know just who to dial, honey. It's like, dude, like they're flat out just talking about sex, rough sex, getting freaky, getting wild, and like they're 5th graders singing it. Meanwhile, my dad's got a problem with me listening to Limp Bizkit Nookie, but Backstreet Boys were all good. It's like, well, dude, you're kind of talking about some of the same stuff. So I just started, I was dying. You start thinking about some of the shit that, that's like the only song that I can think of off the top of my head right now. But man, I was like, one of them was on and I was just like, this is brutal. How about that? Anybody remember that Crazy Town shit? That butterfly? Come my lady, come my lady, you're my butterfly, sugar, baby. Like, yeah, I wonder what the fuck he's talking about. Like, this is the shit we were listening to in middle school or in like early high school. It's just not appropriate. It's not appropriate. I hear pop music today and it's, you know, Taylor Swift, Shake It Off, and then that call me maybe shit. It's like my kid says, hey, I just met you. This is crazy. Here's my number. Call me maybe. My 4-year-old says that. That's adorable to me. That's adorable. But if she was singing, you know, come my lady, come my lady, I'd be like, all right, cut the shit. You know? So it's like, I don't know. I just think some of that boy band shit should probably be addressed. Should probably start thinking about what the fuck we're doing. I want to end the show. We haven't had a lot of sports stuff. You know, we didn't talk sports really. This is a nice change of pace. Every once in a while, you know, it's just sports. I like to switch it up, just talk about life, pop culture, all kinds of random shit. Right now, the hot thing going on is Durant. You know, how the Lakers aren't getting granted a meeting. Well, it's like, I'm sorry, man. The whole big market thing isn't a thing anymore. You know, oh, you can come to L.A. We've got tons of championships. That just doesn't mean what it used to be. It doesn't mean what it used to mean. People are not looking for, you know, dynasties to go to anymore. People aren't looking for legendary franchises, because if that was the case, players would only sign with the Celtics and the Lakers. Players would only sign with, you know, the Yankees. Players would only sign with the Canadians. I think they're the ones that have all the cups. It's like, yeah, that's just not the way it is anymore. Sports have gotten so big that even small market teams are appealing now because players can go get shoe deals anywhere. Durant can get all the money he wants to get in OKC that he could get if he went to NY or if he went to fucking LA. You know, he doesn't need to go anywhere. He's got a lot of crazy decisions to make. This is a big time in his life because he can either stay in Oklahoma City and make people feel, well, not really, because it's only going to be a one-year deal. Everyone's doing one-year deals because they want to go and get paid again next year when the cap bumps up. I mean, fuck it. Look at it. Joakim Noah, a role player, just got $18 million a year. Fucking Joakim Noah did. All right, yeah, he's a great attitude guy. He's an intensity guy. That's worth about $7 million. They just gave him 18 for the Knicks. I mean, the salary cap's going up, people, and people are getting overpaid, and everybody wants a piece of their pie. I get it. I can't honestly say that if I was in that situation and I was an average player in the NBA and I had a chance to get superstar money, $20 million, would I not take it? Of course I'd fucking take it. You want to know why? Because guess what? That's $20 million that me and my family get to play with when we're bored one day. So it's like, why the fuck would you ever turn down free money? You know? But yeah, so it's just a crazy thing in the NBA right now. I'm pumped because I want my Nets to get Rajon Rondo. I hated him with the Celtics because he looked like Steve Urkel and he was a great player. People compared him to Jason Kidd, who's my favorite player of all time, the triple-double king. That's Rondo, man. He plays the same basketball. He's not an offensive guy. He's a floor general, and we need that. Brooklyn needs that. He could be a thorn in the fucking Knicks' side. If Rondo went to the Nets, the Nets and the Knicks and the Celtics especially could spark up a real nice fucking rivalry. I'd be pretty fucking pumped for it. But yeah. Moving on, there's your little sports take for the day. I got two more things for you. The impossible nature of women, generally, at least for me, my fiance / wife, whatever you want to call her, we're not married yet, says she has to feel sexy to be, quote unquote, in the mood. What the fuck is that? How do I make her feel more sexy? I tell her she's sexy every day. Babe, you're beautiful. What fucking more do I have to do to marinate that shit? Why aren't guys the same way? Guys could literally be sitting in their video game chair offhand buried in a bag of Cheetos, crumbs all over their shirt, crop dusting the Cheetos, right? Their girl walks in, by in the mood. Hey, how are you? I'm in the mood. Boom! Game paused, hands clean, it's on. See how simple that is? You'll never hear a guy say, but I just don't feel sexy anymore. I just don't get it. I do not get it. I don't get it. Guys are not like that. We're not programmed like women. You know, women need to feel good about themselves all the time. Guys are self-conscious too. There are things that, I wish I could change about myself, but whatever. But girls are just taking it to another fucking level, dude. I have stretch marks. I just hate the way my body looks. It's like, well, guess what? I think you're sexy. Okay? I do. Live with it. Like, if I think you're sexy, why the fuck do you give a fuck what you see in the mirror? Like, if I think you're sexy, you should be rocking that shit. Own it. I'm telling you right now, I thought all you cared about was me. Are you back on the market? You thinking of putting yourself back out there? You want to look good? Like, I'm telling you right now, you look good. You should be okay with that. But I don't know, man. Fucking women, right? Chalk it up. I will leave you with this. The final thing. I was thinking about this the other day. Gay. Sensitive subject right now, especially because of the shooting in Orlando. I'm close to it. I understand it. I hear it. But this is what I want. It's not an insult to gay or anything like that, but it's a topic about gay. Think about Neo. Okay? He had a song, Sexy Love. What's the deal with all the gay singers who are hiding it? George Michael, same thing. Isn't it weird that isn't it weird that we've never seen or heard an openly gay singer just air shit out? Like, just go deep into shit like all other singers do. Imagine 50 Cent's Candy Shop if Neo was featured in it and wasn't lying about his desire for dick. I'll take you in the candy shop. My man's dick makes my asshole pop. Like, more gay, raunchy lyrics. Like, why? Think about how unacceptable that would be, and everybody would be in an uproar, right? Isn't that kind of a double standard? Don't you think that's kind of a double standard in a way? Yeah, no. I mean, I think it is. Like, I've never heard an openly gay singer just talk about laying into a dude. or I've never heard, like, an openly gay singer, a female, talk about munching rug. It's always deny. Neo, sexy love. Like, he's talking about a chick. Fucking Elton John. Hold me closer, tiny dancer. Well, I thought it was Hold Me Closer, Tony Danza. But maybe that makes more sense. But anyways, it's just like you never hear it. And I just thought that was interesting. All I want is to hear a gay guy just talk about doing gay shit. That's it. Sing about it. I just want to sing about it. Be open about it, right? You're open about it. You're nothing to be ashamed of. Fucking sing about it. Sing it from the mountaintops.